I was honored to receive the prize of the most inspiring legal academic in the Middle East by the Law magazine. It's an organization that services the legal profession across the region. It came as a total surprise because I was not notified that I was nominated. I was deeply honored. The law prizes are given for the past few years to the leading actors in the field of law. So it is wonderful to be considered as belonging in that group of people. So as you can hear today, my voice is still not very well. But I was very unfortunate that on the day of the ceremony when I was supposed to accept the prize, I had a very bad case of sore throat, so my vocal cords were impaired and I could not speak at all. So I had a choice of either not accepting the prize or finding a way to do so. So I thought, why don't I use artificial intelligence as a tool to do so? So when I realized that in 3 hours, 3 hours later I had to speak, but I could not, I went to my computer, I drafted my acceptance speech, and then I used software to produce a video with an avatar reading out my presentation. So, which was projected behind me on stage while I was accepting the prize. I'm very proud that I was able to announce the launch of this initiative. It's called Access to Knowledge Foundation, A2KF.org, because it embodies all that I stand for as an educator. So it is a foundation, it's a not-for-profit, and it has one primary functionality, the website. It will offer a mentorship platform where on the one hand, people who want to serve as mentors will have the opportunity to be matched with members of the platform. Could be students, could be early career professionals who need to be mentored by someone in almost any discipline. So say, when you are a young professional or a graduating student, you have very legitimate questions about your future, about your work, and you need to be advised by someone. But very often the people that you want to be advised by are behind paywalls, or they're very far away. So let's say you are a student here in Egypt and you want to talk to somebody who is in Finland, a professor in Finland or in Singapore. You would be probably very reluctant to reach out to that person and ask for a meeting in order to discuss your paper. Now imagine if that professor from Finland or from Singapore had volunteered themselves as mentors on the platform. Then the only thing you needed to do is to simply click and ask for an appointment. And so the platform basically gives the opportunity for early career professionals and students to talk face-to-face, through Zoom, of course, or some other virtual environment, with people across the globe. So in other words, this platform seeks to bridge, so to speak, the knowledge gap. So physical proximity and access to institutions will no longer be a problem, because there will be people from the same institutions that you would like to be mentored by who will volunteer themselves and therefore be accessible for you. So in short, I hope to create a global community of mentors and mentees who will be at liberty to meet online and address academic projects, questions about their businesses, how to make their institutions grow and be more successful, etc. I mean, all the things that we all need to be mentored on. While for the first couple of months the foundation will begin focusing on law, because it's the field that I understand the best and it's easier for me to begin with, it is not limited to law. It aspires to cover all disciplines and all professions. So the mentors will be academics, but they will be also professionals. And the students do not need to be only graduate students, they can be also professionals who simply want to receive advice. So we will cover also media and mass comm, we will cover the social sciences and humanities, So we hope that the silos of the academic disciplines are not going to be a limitation for the advice that you seek to get. So the fact that you are a law student or a law professional will not prevent you from seeking advice from somebody in business, because if that's the type of advice that you need in order to advance the cause that you're working on. So if you work for a non-governmental organization, you can seek mentoring advice from a lawyer, from a media person, from a business person, from whoever that you feel that would be beneficial to the advancement of your work. It is impossible to thrive without being in an environment that is supportive and conducive. Now, the law department is a place where all my colleagues are committed to a specific type of legal education that we're very proud of, one that is student-centered, emphasizes critical knowledge, and is contemporary. It prepares people for engaging with the problems of today's world, and sees law also as a positive, as a policy science, and this is why we're perfectly situated within the School of Global Affairs and Public Policy, GAP. So GAP and the law department are the solid ground where I and my colleagues are able to stand firmly and try new things, experiment, and count on the support of the institution in order to be able to advance with our work. So I think that the environment is extremely important for us to be able to do what we do.